Wonderful people. Listening to how Bushiri and the wife escaped from South Africa after granting them bail in the court. But if you have never subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now.
Hot gist. South Africans, you guys are wondering how Prophet Bushiri pulled off his escape. I am here today. They're going to give you full gist, the full story. In case you have not been following the story, I call my Prophet Bushiri. He was arrested for fraud and money laundering. He was charged to court and granted bail last week. And as we all know, one of the conditions for his bail is that him and his wife Mary should not travel out of South Africa, and his passport was seized. I was just woke up 2 days ago to find out that Bushiri has fled South Africa. Keki has a man, but also just a girl because we don't know, just disappear like that. It's alleged that Bushiri fled to Malawi after bribing South African home officials. I thought it's only Nigerians that officials collect bribe. And this follows the drama at Waterkloof Air Force Base on Friday, when Malawian president was accused of trying to smuggle 30 people who were believed to be members of his advanced team that arrived in South Africa. One of the senior government officials confirmed that the Malawian presidential jet was grounded for hours because of the suspicious passengers he was carrying in his jet. That there was an anonymous tip that Bushiri was among the suspicious passengers in the jet. When they searched the jet, they did not find Prophet Bushiri. The press secretary of the Malawian president confirmed that Bushiri was not on the presidential jet. He said that the presidential jet was delayed. Some members of the team were not allowed to board from Waterkloof. They were forced to go to Tambo International Airport. The reason being is that when they arrived in South Africa, they landed in Tambo. Therefore, they were not allowed to leave from the Air Force base at Waterkloof. It's just like when you're coming down to Nigeria, you land at Muritala International Airport. Okay, you now carry the same plane that brought you into Nigeria and went to Air Force Base Kaduna to take off from there. Well, how would people feel? They would think that you're actually hiding something. Don't know who knows you. The Malawian president said that he will not discuss anything pertaining Bushiri until the South African government writes to him officially. He will not say anything. News reaching us is that an Interpol red alert on Bushiri and his wife was activated yesterday. They said they will monitor his movement too. Once he is detected, do you know what they will do? They will apprehend him and his wife and hand him over to the authorities. Wonder shall never end. The pastor on car safe. You prophesy to people, you give them healings and the rest of them, but you don't see your own downfall. It should be Makowegi. When you for Makamadi, you don't have Makowegi, you're not seeing for yourself. Now, wow, all this, I want to call him fake prophets. All these fake prophets and pastors around the whole country. They say that South African government has engaged Zimbabwe and Lesotho to check if Bushiri and his lovely wife have not used their country for their great escape, even those on a prison break. Well, the government knows that Bushiri cannot escape through Botswana because this same Bushiri has performed this big scam in Botswana. And guess what they did? They kicked him out straight up and they closed all his churches. Why? Can the man get church now? When he has finished gallivanting in different countries, and he did not make any profits, he did not gain anything. He now decided to divert to South Africa because you know that South Africans, they will welcome him with open hands. The government has decided to probe his church because they don't know if ECG church is actually used for money laundering. Wonder shall never end. Do you know that they realized that Bushiri and his wife escaped after he failed to show up at the local police station as part of his bail condition? But why would the pastor be running? It is said that South Africa has a good chance of bringing back Bushiri and his wife because Malawi in 2002 ratified the SADC protocols on extraditions. They said it's easy to bring back Prophet Bushiri and his wife to South Africa to come and face the music, because talks are ongoing with Malawi as we speak to bring Bushiri back. He must come back to South Africa and come and face the music. South Africans, Because no channel to now listen to me. If the Malawian president helped smuggle him out, why do you think Malawi would easily give him up? He's their son now. In Africa, they said he's a thief. But that same thief is our thief, living for us. Happening in South Africa. That is why corruption is now the order of the day in Africa. Everywhere you see corruption. Everywhere, even in the church. Sunday Independence got a tip that Prophet Bushiri and his wife fled on Friday. It is suspected that they were smuggled in the Malawian presidential jet, which left Waterkloof around 9 p.m. on a check the Moon, and also made a quick stop at Oatambo to pick up members of his entourage, who were not allowed to board the flight at the Air Force Base at Pretoria. Our able Prophet Bushiri has released an interview on Saturday where he was just lying to himself, not to me, and lying to some people that want to believe him. That he's going to come back to South Africa when he's assured that he's going to get justice. Watch a bit of the video.
Because it's a wish of every person to have a fair trial and to have their innocence proved before courts. I believe in the law, and I'm a law-abiding citizen. But the events that have been happening in South Africa are so much uncalled for, and I can say that there are a lot of injustices that have been happening in regards to my constitutional rights as a human being. As I said, in the background of all the events in 2017-18, I had a lot of problems with some people who were coming to me in the name of law enforcement, or let me say police officers who were looking for money, to extort money from me. These people gave me tough time to extort money from me, and I opened cases against them with the IP department in 2018 in South Africa. IP department is a department that investigates corrupt police officers, among other duties they have. In 2018, I also reported these people to the National Commission of Police. I reported this issue. After reporting to him, he referred me to the former Minister of Intelligence, Minister Bongo. He also referred me to Minister Bongo. He called the head of intelligence, his name was Fraser at that time, to hear my case. Not only that, I am told that there was General Matakata in South Africa who was informed of this.